Hey guys, so I am at a red carpet tonight to support Victoria um, and Miss Universe Canada. And so tonight they are supporting mental health. This is the program for tonight, guys, a full program. Hope you enjoy the show. There is also a fashion show from KDIM Studio and Vibe People and Afro Style.
Sorry about that, my friend. I will be there to get on.
Is that your phone?
It's okay.
There is the mayor of Egypt and the president of mental health, and you have the Rotary Club there. It's so jam-packed tonight, guys.
Celebrate resilience and support the incredible work of the Canadian Mental Health Association. Also, fun fact, every time you clap tonight, you're technically donating good vibes to mental health advocacy. So let's practice with a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you. For our event organizers, Savona Gangadeen, a wellness enthusiast, medical practitioner, and wellness and justice advocate, and Miss Universe Canada delegate, Victoria Gangadeen. Thank you both for putting this together for a great cause. Let's call Victoria Gangadeen to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Good evening, beautiful souls. Thank you for attending the event tonight. As I stand before you on this beautiful red carpet, I am completely full and filled with gratitude, not just for the glamour, but for the opportunity to speak on mental health. I'm speaking from my heart, and as I run for Miss Universe Canada this year, I'm not just here to wear a crown, but I'm here to carry a cause. I'm using my platform to break the silence around mental health and remind people that real strength doesn't come from perfection, but it comes from authenticity. And healing begins when we stop hiding and start honoring our truth. Right here alone in Canada, 1 in 5 of us is struggling with a mental health issue in any given year. 70% of those challenges begin during our youth, and often in silence. And still today, less than half of those affected people actually seek help. I know this isn't just a statistic, it's someone's story, and the story was actually mine too. Where there was a time when I wore a smile, but I felt invisible. A time I kept showing up, but I felt like I was breaking inside. But I learned that asking for help doesn't make you any less, it makes you whole. And I'm here because I chose to rise. And I want to be a voice for anyone struggling and learning how to do the same. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Canadian Mental Health Association this year. Their work truly creates hope, their resources save lives, and their message is simple but yet so powerful. You are not alone. So tonight, I dedicate this moment, thanks Dennis, I dedicate this moment to every person who's ever felt overwhelmed, anxious, or alone. And I ask each of you to take this message with you. Check in with each other. Talk openly about your mental health. Lead with empathy. not judgment. And if you are struggling, hear me clearly. You are not alone. You are worthy. You are needed. And your story still matters. So let us walk this red carpet tonight, not only in elegance, but in purpose, in solidarity, and in your truth. Let's be a new generation that doesn't just talk about mental health, but we are fighters and we will fight for it. Because at the end of the day, the most powerful thing that you can do is walk in your truth. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for attending, for caring for the cause, and showing up to support us all on this journey. Thank you for the attendees, the sponsors, for Mayor Kevin Nash, the Minister of Mental Health and Addictions, for Paul, for all the supporters, Jordana, Samantha, my family for always participating and supporting in anything I do, my mother as my backbone, and let the show begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. A big round of applause. So beautiful. Thank you. And you are very beautiful, just so you know. Here we are. We are actually now honored to welcome some honorable individuals. First up, the man who's helping reshape how we talk about mental health across Ontario. Please welcome the Honorable Vijay Anigasalam, Associate Minister of Mental Health and Addictions. Did you? Can you share?
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Awesome. First of all, thank you to Canadian Mental Health Association and Miss Universe Canada and each and every one of you for being here to bring awareness towards mental health and addictions. And also I would like to thank Victoria for organizing this and also choosing to bring awareness about the most serious issues, not just in the province, across the nation. So thank you, Victoria, for the leadership and the courage that you have to stand up here and represent the region and everyone here. Folks, on behalf of the government, Premier Dashboard and Deputy Premier Sylvia Jones, we have coming towards the roadmap to wellness. This is a program that this government established. How many of you know Ontario never had a standalone ministry before? So since our government took office in 2018, by 2019, the first time ever, we have established a ministry. Part of the health to be mental health and addiction. And in 2019, we have kick-started a program called Roadmap to Wellness. This is a program to expand mental health access, to have a more comprehensive and compassionate services. Most importantly, I'm sure everyone will agree with me, timely mental health services for young people, seniors, and everyone in between. And that's why this government has committed $3.8 billion, not million, $1 billion toward this program, Roadmap to Wellness. For example, she talked about how it's important to intervene in the young age. That's why we have expanded youth wellness hubs across over 30 regions in Ontario. Youth wellness hubs is a low barrier, importantly, stigma-free environment for young people to go get mental health, social services, even employment services, to have a mentor and coach. There are some facilities, basketball facilities. Make sure we bring them in without any barrier, without showing any stigma. So the early intervention meaning there's a long-term positive impact on our young generation. And that's why we expanded these across the province over 32 regions. And we also investing in one-stop shop, a virtual digital mental health in-person consultation, whether it's step up, step down program, before or after the intensive hospital care, there is a way to integrate our people, our community members into the community mental health services. And recently in the 2025 April, our government have invested additional $550 million towards heart hubs. This is beyond the young people. Heart hubs is for homelessness and addiction recovery treatment hubs to ensure we have a compassionate and comprehensive approach towards that. To offer net new mental health social services and incorporate, let's say if someone, I'm sure everyone in the family, everyone here in Ontario know the pain of their loved ones going through either mental health conditions. So that's why we have to look at this in a very human point of view. We have to give a hand up for those who are struggling with either mental health conditions and make sure they reclaim their life and bring the dignity to integrate back into the society, back to the family, make sure they become employable so they can go back into the communities. And that's why we have additionally added $550 million towards heart hubs across the province. We are on our way to establish 28 net new heart hubs in the province. I'm sure you all heard about how there are a lot of calls coming to our government through 911 calls. But what we have integrated is, when there is a 911 call, when there is a law enforcement deploying, we want to make sure if this call is related to mental health, we want to provide the help first service first hand and then look at the justice first service. So that all the law enforcement here in Ontario are trained on to look at the calls in the mental health first. If they are deployed in a situation, offer the mental health support first, then go on to look at the justice side of the job that we do. And that's why we have introduced and invested millions of dollars into mobile crisis response units. And these units, a lot of boots on the ground, but they are trained to look at into the lens of mental health. Every program, every hub, every mobile crisis units are designed, like she mentioned, with people in mind, in youth in mind, seniors in mind, to eradicate isolations for seniors, and overall, to provide a compassionate roadmap to wellness. And that's why I'm proud that Victoria is standing up for the cause. That is so brave to take, but also this is the time, the moment to talk about mental health conditions. That's why we are here on behalf of the province and Premier to make sure that we stand with the community. We want to stand and raise their voice for mental health. Thank you again for CMHA, Miss Universe Canada, and of course Victoria for the awareness. Thank you so much. I want to give a good shout out to my friend Mayor, Pickering Mayor Ash. He's a huge advocate for mental health awareness and to recover those who are in addiction. I'm so proud that he's here as well. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you very much for your time. And now, the man making Pickering proud, and possibly the only mayor with better socks than mine, Mayor Kevin Ash. Please come on up. Miles? Check. Oh, here you go.
Well, welcome everybody to Pickering. I'm delighted to be here today. Can the Mr. Perfect Canada please stand up? Yeah. I just met this young man, and I find it amazing coincidence that also Mr. Perfect, the minister, is here today in the same room. But this gentleman is representing our area, and he wants to be a police officer. So good luck in that vocation. I'm sure you'd be a great police officer here in Durham. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today to support Victoria, and Minister Vijay quite rightly talked about the importance of speaking up about mental health. So I don't want to bring down this great celebration, but I'm going to tell you my story. And my story is very sad. I lost my son, 27 years old, on April 1st, 2018 to suicide. Alex would have been 35 last Friday. Holidays are always difficult. Remembrance, what we've missed, how we miss them in our lives. So that's why I'm so happy to be here to stand up. Minister Vijay, fantastic advocate for mental health. Victoria talking about mental health. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health doesn't care if you're black or white. Mental health doesn't care if you're young or old, gay or straight, French or English. It affects us all, 1 in 5 Canadians. So it's important that we bring down the stigma attached to mental health. I had a neighbor hosting a wake over the last couple of days, and he said, my father-in-law just passed away from pancreatic cancer. We always feel comfortable talking about, what we're suffering from or what our loved ones are suffering for. But I don't think we'd have the same comfort in saying, my father's suffering from depression or addiction or schizophrenia. And we have to change that. We have to open up. We have to reach out. We have to support each other. So you being here today and supporting Victoria, who is supporting the Canadian Mental Health Association, you're supporting mental health. So let's keep that conversation going. One day a year we have Bill Let's Talk. My goal is to have 365 days of Bill Let's Talk. So thank you for coming to my city. I'm delighted that we have so many visitors in our city today. I appreciate your support of Victoria as she goes on to represent this great region at the competition. And I wish her well and her mom well. And I appreciate everyone being here. God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Big round of applause for the man who's keeping this place together. Thank you. And also, another honorable guest today, if I can also ask Mr. Paul Egley to come up. He is an author, accomplished author of a new book, and he is also a secretary of the Rotary Club of Ajax. Please come on up for a couple of words. A welcoming applause. Thank you. Perfect.
Thank you, Dennis, for the kind introduction. I think all of us here today are very happy to be present and show our support and admiration for Victoria, competing in the Miss Universe Canada pageant, and also for the work that she's doing to raise funds for Canada Mental Health Association. What Victoria is doing takes hard work, effort, and guts, and Victoria, we're all behind you here today. My name's Paul Egley, and when I retired from a career in finance and accounting, I took a rather odd turn for someone who's an accountant. I decided to become an author of mystery and suspense stories. So my books are kind of like being on a roller coaster. So you're up pretty high, and you're going to start coming down, and you're not too sure how you're going to get to the bottom, and you're not too sure what's going to happen to you. Oh, okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. And everyone catch the roller coaster stuff? Anyways, the idea is my books hopefully are entertaining, thrilling, suspenseful, and I'm here to just tell you a little bit about them. So my first book is called Proposal, and probably you're all scratching your heads saying, Proposal, what is that? So unless someone here is from the medical world, does anybody know what propofol is? Nobody? Okay, well it's a general anesthetic. So if you went to the hospital in Ajax and you had to have your appendix taken out, they give you a shot of propofol and you would be gone. You wouldn't feel anything, you wouldn't know anything, and that's it for you until you wake up. So my first book, the character in there, a lady gets a head injury, and the doctors decide the best treatment for her is to put her in an induced coma. That means knock her out, and they use the drug propofol. So that's the kind of unifying theme for my first book, and it's about an international crime conspiracy. I won't tell you what it is because it's a pretty terrible crime. I don't want people to get, it's a little gritty. But if you read the book, I'm sure you'll enjoy it, and it's good fun. My second book is called Dad, like your father, and it's coming out, probably published in about 2 weeks. It's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, as is my first book. And Dad is a little bit different. It's also a suspense thriller, but it's a geopolitical context. And those of you who like Stephen King, it has a little bit of resonance of his kind of story. So if you like that atmosphere and that feeling, then you'd like my second book, Dad, again, coming out soon. So there's a Hollywood director that I like a lot named Alfred Hitchcock. And do most of you know of him? Most of you? Well, so he was being interviewed once, and a reporter said to him, "How come people like your movies so much? Why are you so successful? Why do people come to see your movies?" And he said, "Well, one of the reasons is I like to make the audience uncomfortable." And I follow his philosophy a little bit the same way. I try to make the reader just a little bit uncomfortable in a good way. So anyways, to wrap this up, I want to express my appreciation to Simona and Victoria for allowing me to come here and speak. I'll stick around for a while if anyone wants to talk about books, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. Thank you for your time. And now for a special moment, please welcome Rusha Pandaya and Kiara Jabunath. Come on up. Please welcome them. Today I will be going to briefly speak on a very important topic, and that is bullying in schools.
Hey, Kiara, let's talk about school bullying. Okay, Risha, where do you want to begin with? Let's start with describing a bully. A bully is someone who intentionally does hurtful behavior. That's so true. There are 3 types of bullying. One type of bullying is called physical bullying. Physical bullying includes actions like pushing, punching, spitting, and kicking, what is a serious issue. Do you know what should be done if such thing happens to us? Yes, we should prioritize our safety and remain calm and move to a safe place. We should also defend ourselves but avoid fighting back. To de-escalate the situation and inform a teacher or parent. Yes, that's exactly what we should do. But that is not the only kind of bullying that happens. There is also verbal bullying, like saying mean things, calling out names, and making unwelcome jokes. Do you know what we should do in those situations? We should remain calm and try to ignore comments can be a good first step, especially with verbal bullying. And if it continues, clearly and firmly say, "Stop," is an excellent way to set a boundary. talking with a trusted adult at home as they can help you figure out the next steps. That's a great response to verbal bullying. But have you heard of social bullying? Yes. Social bullying is not allowing you to be part of a group. Do you know what to do when someone will not let you make new friends? Well, first of all, it's very important to talk about it. Remember, not to lose confidence, and every problem has a solution. Please share your concerns with teachers and trusted adults. Try to talk with the bully and point out that their behavior is serious and hurtful. Reach out to your true friends who will support you. Thanks for sharing, Kara. This is so helpful. Remember, no one is perfect. And everyone is unique. So let's learn to be kind to ourselves and others. And kindness is contagious. Let's replace bullying with love and kindness.
Big round of applause for these brave young ladies on a very, very important topic. Okay, and now, we're having a bit of an intermission. Stretch your legs, snap some selfies, and if you haven't visited our healing wall, now's the time to write something beautiful. We also welcome Paulo Pinzon Iradian for being our artist, our drawing artist, which is situated in that far corner down there, cooling off. And the AC is still on, I swear to God. The beautiful models taking their walk on the runway. Always wanted to say, DJ, hit it.
So I'm so sorry guys, I have to cut out the music because of copyright on YouTube.